So today we're going to be doing something a little different. Um, this is obviously not a podcast, but we're going to be watching a video that was made by Boldly, and I think that they're in connection with BuzzFeed. And this is titled "Why Are Black Women So Angry?" So me and my sister M, we watched this already, and we just have some concerns. So this is about black women explaining the the angry black woman label that's given to us. And it seems like they're seeking to plead with other races to explain why we may come off as angry and blah, blah, blah. All right, all that sounds good and dandy, but it comes to a point when, I'm just sick of hearing black women or black men explaining the black plight to people that already understand the black plight. There's nobody that walks this earth that can honestly say that they don't understand why black people act the way they do. You know what? Let me tell you why we have that label of being black and angry. We have that label because that's a way to discredit us. You tell somebody that somebody's just always angry and mad all the time, you're not going to listen to that person. You're going to label them as crazy, and then that lessens our black plight. You know, it takes away the the confidence in realizing that there's something wrong. It makes us feel like we don't have a right to be that way. That's the reason why they label us as angry, so that people don't listen to us. But you know what? They didn't touch that fact in this video. They didn't touch that fact in this video. And that's why me and my sister, we have an issue with that. It just seemed like they was just trying to reach out for acceptance and we all are one and kumbaya. Like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say if you're going to go and talk about the black plight, let's talk about the real reason that we're being labeled as angry. Okay, so here we go. Play.
Something that Jane said about the angry black woman. And who are the black women you see on the local news at night in cities all over the country?
And we're not angry, okay? We're not any more or any less angry than somebody that's been, uh, what is it, oppressed. If a white girl has been oppressed in some way, she gonna act like us. It's just a problem. There's nothing wrong with being angry, and there's nothing wrong with that if there's a reason for why you are. I mean, they did say that. Okay, you guys just watch it. You guys watch it here.
They're usually angry about something.
He said,
They're usually angry about something.
Okay. Okay, that's true. This is true. Mm-hmm.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person
Is that gorilla supposed to be Leslie Jones? Is that her name, Leslie Jones?
in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
Yeah. She's another one. I was talking to my sister about this whole situation with her, like not being able to be dressed by these like top designers. I mean, come on. Everyone knows that these designers from like Italy and wherever, they're racist. Like, why are you even trying to pine after their clothing? I wonder, and I was telling my sister this, I wonder if she asked any black designers to dress her. Because I'm sure that they would have said yes, especially up and coming designers. They would have given her their best work. But no, I bet money she didn't do that.
I think about all that Black women do for society and how the thank you that we get is just constant disrespect, how we're not protected, how we're sexualized and fetishized in the media, how it's kind of like we're abandoned.
Society like does not have a black woman's back. Like she didn't even do anything. She
Oh my gosh. Yes, it's already understood society doesn't have our back. Yes, it's true. But let's start having each other's back, okay? You know what I'm saying? Shit.
just was being black.
When you're born and you're born a woman, you already have one thing stacked against you. You're born and you're a black woman, you have both of those things stacked against you. You just have to work hard as fuck. And there's no system in place to help you thrive.
It's
Okay. You guys tell me this. I know I keep stopping it. Who are they trying to convince? Because if you're talking to me as a black woman, I already know this already. Who the hell are you trying to convince? Who are you trying to plead to? I already know the black plight. The black women watching this already know the black plight. Who are you trying to appeal to with this? Okay.
really sad to think about how young it is that we all internalize those things. I may not have had the words for it, but I knew that I wasn't going to be accepted being a 4C, you know, dark skinned, thick black girl. Like I just knew that.
So, you don't have to be accepted by them. I'll accept your 4C. You know what I'm saying?
People in elementary school who would call like me a monkey or something like that, and it's sad that we like to think that we've come so far, but we haven't.
It's mind-boggling the fact that black people in general, and then also black women, are still being compared to animals.
I feel like I'm a very strong person, but I'm always afraid to show that I'm too strong, because I'm always afraid that it will play into that stereotype and all of a sudden I'll be looked at as masculine because of these stereotypes that are put upon black women.
Black women should be quiet into themselves and sort of have their heads down and just like kind of try and blend in. You are not allowed to be a bigger woman, tall, and also stand up tall and be confident. It's just like not allowed.
Okay, hold up. Right there, I haven't experienced that where I had to be quiet and blah blah blah. The problem with everything that has happened to me was because I was quiet. They didn't like the fact that I was quiet when I was working at that racist record label. They felt like because I was quiet, they didn't know where I was coming from. They like when black people are talkative, and blah blah blah. They know where you're coming from, they know how you think, and they know how to use you. Okay? They like to hear you talk. That's why they had a problem with me. I wasn't talking. They didn't know how to maneuver. They didn't know how to deal with me because I wasn't talking. So when they say stuff like that I didn't experience that. Okay? They don't want you to be quiet and stuff like that. That's just what I experienced. So,
The thing that makes me most angry is the fact that I feel like no one really has my back except other black women. It's really tough to feel alone.
she said, oh, look at this. She said that the only people that have her back are other black women. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with black women having each other's back? Why must we have the backs of what? Okay. Do you hear any other race complaining that, oh, you hear only white people have my back? Or Asians, only Asian people have my back. Like, what do you mean? I wish that I had black women having my back. I'll be very happy. You know what I'm saying? Me and my only friend, we stopped being friends because she didn't have my back. I wish.
In a fight to be seen as equal and just as successful and just as amazing as anyone else.
The variety of black women is really important in media because we are seen as only one thing, and that's sassy, or we have too much attitude, and we can never be anything else without that.
Precious.
There's no such thing as an angry black woman, but a black woman who happens to be angry.
I'm gonna do everything that I can to then channel that very deep pit of anger that I have into something to show you that that's not who I am, that's not who I've ever been, that's not who Leslie is, that's not who Michelle Obama is. Like, I get that that bullshit is out there, so then I'm like, what can I do with my work, with my art, to change that, to change the narrative, to tell people that, you know, we're more than this.
Girl, bye.
For the young Black girl out there, I would say think about all the things that we contribute every day to society and how we built this country on our backs. Like, we did it. So think about how, even though that's a tragedy, think about how awesome we are. Like, all the shit that we have gone through, we still win the gold medal.
The
I mean,
people
come
that you're
on.
trying to
You
convince
are
knows that
worthy, you
already.
are beautiful, and
They
no
just
one
don't want
gets
to
to take
acknowledge
that
it.
away from you. Like the minute that you let somebody else dictate who you are and your beauty, like you've already given that to them. I don't get, like, you don't get my worth, it's my worth.
And just because someone lays down rules of what is beautiful, that doesn't mean that you have to agree with that.
This
I
girl's
think that it is
probably a
important,
model.
though, that when you are feeling that intensely about any kind of injustice or some kind of people belittling you for something that you don't deserve to be belittled for, it is important to be in that moment when you feel it, but then I don't want to live in it.
Anywho, you guys see what I'm saying? I don't know. Is it just like me and my sister who feels this way about this video? Like, this is the problem. We keep trying, like, if we just stand strong and just stop trying to explain ourselves, when is it ever going to be a time when we just decide that, you know what, I'm done explaining. I'm done explaining. And who owns Boldly? Who owns that? I'm just trying to say. Like you see this on the side here? It says 10 words that mean something different to Black women. That's another video by Boldly. Another video is women of color get transformed into pinups. Like, who owns Boldly and what's their obsession with Black women? I wonder if